welcome to a brand new feature for our town hall. This is the Getting to Know You video. And it's a way for you to get to know a little bit more about your colleagues and the various units within prevention and cancer control. So this very first installment of Getting to Know You is all about the Occupational Cancer Research Center, or the OCRC. And I'm here with Paul Demers, and he is the director of the OCRC. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Yep, thanks, Jenny.
Great. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your unit, what its mandate is, how long it's been around?
Well, the Occupational Cancer Research Center was formed in 2009, so it's a pretty new unit, and it started off very small. So for the first year, we had an interim director, Aaron Blair, who used to be the head of the kind of occupational studies section of the U.S. National Cancer Institute. Actually came here part-time, and we just had a few staff members. But we've grown a lot in the last 3 years now. We have quite a nice size unit now, and we're one of the only units of our kind really in the world that focuses in on occupational cancer. There's really, outside of the U.S. National Cancer Institute, there's kind of some things going on in the Nordic countries, but we're kind of a new thing. That's great. And how many staff do you have now? Right now we've got about 8 full-time staff, kind of a combination of a few kind of administrative folks, but mostly research associates working on a variety of different research projects. That's great. And where are you located exactly of the 3 buildings? We're in 505 on the 14th floor, at least for now. Great, okay. I will be moving one of these days, I'm sure. And what sorts of projects is your unit currently working on? Well, our unit works on kind of a variety of different projects. I mean, our mandate is pretty broad. It includes research. We're also, I should mention that we're also kind of a strange unit within CCO in that most of our funding actually comes from the Workplace Safety Insurance Board and the Canadian Cancer Society. So we have a broad mandate of doing research, trying to build up research capacity in the province of Ontario, trying to communicate the results of studies and interact with a broad stakeholder community, and a long-term goal is trying to build a very sustainable center. So we have this kind of broad mandate. In the area of research, we do studies on the causes of workplace cancer, on occupational cancer surveillance, and then also on studies on how to reduce the risk of cancer, of occupational cancer. Great. And why are you passionate about occupational cancer? Well, I first became interested in occupational cancer many years ago when I was an environmental activist, and we were marching out in front of a nuclear power plant, and I ended up going to talk to some people who actually worked there, who were at the fence kind of watching the scene. And I think over the years I came to realize that occupational health really is the front line of environmental health. I mean, people who work in these workplaces have much higher exposures than anybody does in the community. But also they bear the risk disproportionately. They really have a much, if there is an increased risk of these chemicals, they're going to have 10 or 100 times higher risk for that. So that's made me very focused in on workplace cancer more than other types of cancer. And why don't you tell us a little bit about why you're passionate about occupational cancer?
Well, I was born and raised in Sarnia, Ontario, which has a long history of workers being exposed to asbestos. Right. And because of the long latency period between exposure and then development of disease, we're seeing now a lot of people in my community who are coming forward who have developed lung cancer and mesothelioma. So,
why are you passionate about occupational cancer?
I've been passionate about this field for many, many years. I study the living and working environments of esophageal cancer patients for my PhD. So this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm very excited to be part of change within this organization.
That's great. Thanks, Anne. Thank you.
Passionate about occupational health and safety. People spend so much of their time at work, and if they can actually leave their work safe and well, and that they can finish their work life not ill, not disabled, and certainly not with any kind of occupational disease, know that the work that I have done has been for the best use that I could possibly make of my life.
Great.